Hi, my name is Steve Baroden, and on behalf of myself and my partner Robin Miller, I'd like to take a couple moments to talk to you about our new product, the Perfect Paintbrush. Now, I know everybody's been there. You've been trying to paint one of the rooms in your house and you roll the walls, and that's perfectly easy, but then you go to do the trim around the ceiling and around the molding on the door frames. And guess what? You get up there with your paintbrush and you try to go over it quickly, and it's borderline impossible to paint the edging without getting that paint splattered across your ceiling or on your molding. So a lot of people encounter this exact same problem every day. So anyone who goes and paints their own home will be surely asking themselves how they're going to get that perfect edge. They can try to go and be the professional themselves and try to freehand the paint job, but that's typically going to end up taking a lot of time and look extremely sloppy. Freehand painting is tedious and it's going to take up an entire one of your Saturdays off. You can typically use that blue tape that they offer for painting as well. You can find it at any home improvement store. However, if you ever try putting that on, it doesn't stick to the wall for anything. And once you finally do get it to stick, you can paint over it, but there's almost a guarantee that it's going to bleed through on the other side. Then, of course, if you don't feel like doing it yourself, you can always go out and hire a professional to do it for you. It'll save you the time, but hey, who wants to spend a couple $100 just to have some other guy do the edging in the room for you? So who might be interested in a solution to this problem, you might ask? Well, currently, painting is a $48 billion industry. That's to include 242,000 painting businesses with over 400,000 professional painters in them. Over the last 5 years alone, the entire industry has grown at an average of about 8% annually. This is not an industry that's going away anytime soon, especially with the recovery of the housing market and interest rates at an all-time low. There's a whole new sect of new homeowners in the market that are going to be looking to do home improvements on their property. There's more demand for construction, which is going to lead to more painters being required as well. Not to mention, even if you're not using a professional painting company, there are the do-it-yourselfers that are going to be looking for an easy solution to save some time and hassle. So here's our problem to the solution at hand. The Perfect Paintbrush is an attachment that links onto your existing paintbrush and has a rubber seal wheel which runs along the side of the molding or ceiling that you don't want to get paint on. It provides enough coverage so that bristles, if they splatter, will splatter against the inside of the wheel and not on the white ceiling itself. The seal wheel is rubber, so it has enough room to compress a little so it's even with the top of the bristles and essentially widens the space that is being covered and protected from your paint bristles. It literally slides on just as easy as this. It contours nicely to your hand, and now as you paint, the bristles can only contact the inside of the wheel, so they can't hit the surface over here that you're not intending to paint. The wheel smoothly flies along, so that you can glide along quickly and efficiently until you get your paint job done. Are there competitors? Sure, but disposable pads? Way too costly. Heavy plastic attachments? Have fun redipping that roller. And blue tape on the side? Forget about it. So how are we going to sell this thing? We have to get the attention of our target customer, the hardworking contractor. We're going to establish sales online initially, selling this at $6.99 a unit. Once we get a large enough following, we can have Amazon handle our distribution. Then we can approach the big box stores, the Home Depots and the Lowe's, ask them who wants exclusivity selling our product in their paint section. Once we get to a point where we've established a following and have great reviews, we can license our technology out to the big manufacturers such as Blue Hawk, Shoreline. If we can have them take over the manufacturing and we collect the royalty, that would be absolutely optimal. So we'd initially like to ask you for a $50,000 contribution to our company in exchange for 10% equity stake. That'll go directly towards prototyping, initial inventory, and intellectual property. Trust me, you don't want to get edged out of the market on this deal, because we're about to get on a roll.